Okay, so in this lecture, you're going to learn exactly how to brainstorm and decide which niche is the most appropriate for you to start with. Now, I'm going to give you some brainstorming steps that I follow when thinking about entering a new niche. However, if you already know what you want to sell, then you can fast forward this lecture to the second part to see how you should evaluate a niche that you want to enter. Now, most likely you will continue to add new products down the line in future if your first product was a success. Because, as you know, almost every successful brand has more products in same niche to make the most out of the brand they have developed. And, of course, to cross-sell their products with their existing customer base. So with that being said, you will actually need to love what you do and sell in order to be willing to understand customer problems and to know how to create more superior product than your competitors. Because having a brand where you just slapped a brand name and haven't added any value will probably put you out of business in a year or two. Why? Well, simply because everyone can do that. So Amazon is a huge opportunity right now for anyone. But it will get saturated. And the only sellers who should be scared are those who didn't add any value to the market and who just slapped their brand name to some generic product. Because external marketing and content marketing is also a huge factor of profitable brand development. And if you want your brand to survive for years, you will need to think about going the extra mile with your marketing efforts off Amazon as well. Now, this is kind of a brainstorming lecture, so I will cover the steps and questions that you should ask yourself before entering a niche. At the end of the lecture, I will show you how to evaluate your niche idea and to see whether it's a high-value niche and if the money can be made. So let's begin. So first, ask yourself, what have you bought recently? Think about what have you bought in the previous 90 days. Because the chances are that you're probably using that product for some activity in your life. And that you probably already know something about that industry or niche. Because most people inform themselves before purchasing a new product. So by actively using a product, you probably already have better knowledge than those who haven't used that product. So now, take a pen and paper and create a list of items that you have purchased in the previous 90 days or even more. Because that can be a great starting point and base for product research, which you're going to do in future lectures. Next, ask yourself, do you have any hobbies? Because most people are very passionate about their hobbies, and most likely they know the subject much more than anyone else. Because being passionate about your products and your customers is absolutely crucial when it comes to private labeling. Passionate and product-obsessed companies, in most cases, lead the market and know how to over-deliver, since they always uncover some different angles of promotion because they know their customers so well. So now I want you to write a list of hobbies that you have or had in the past. Or if you're planning to partner with someone, see what hobbies your partners have. Next, ask yourself, what do you mostly read? Because content marketing is a huge factor in driving new visitors and sales to your website. Also, it's a huge factor in positioning your brand as an authority in your niche. Content marketing is all about creating new and valuable content that resonates with your customers. You can post relevant content on your blog or YouTube and share it with your followers on social media accounts. So, in order to be good in generating brand awareness with content marketing, you need to know the subject really well. So you will need to know which type of text to write and share in order to resonate with your audience. You need to know what engages them and which product offers will most excite them. Basically, you need to know the market inside out in order to be able to see the current problems that customers face. Also, in order to innovate and always offer products that are according to latest trends, you need to be willing to educate yourself even further and dive deep into the subject of your niche. So once again, what do you love reading that is related to a specific niche or product type? Next, ask yourself, is there any problem with a product that you're currently using? Now, many successful stories of new startups came from founders who tried to find a way to solve a problem that wasn't solved by current products offered on the market. So, is there a product that is not perfect and that you know that it can be improved? Now, it doesn't have to be a drastic improvement. It could be just a few simple tweaks that will position your brand as a more quality one. Okay, so now that you have written a list of potential niches, you can also use Amazon's bestseller rank list to get an idea of which niches exist and also what are some of the most popular niches on Amazon. Also, I highly recommend that you take a look at publications that cover market research, such as, for example, Trend Hunter. I have included links to some of the most popular publications in the resource tab of this lecture. Now, take time to think about in which niches you would enjoy working the most, and then pick at least 3 niches for which you're going to perform a product research. Okay, so now that you have a list, I want you to start evaluating niches that you have found. Because what's the point of being passionate about a niche if there is no money to be made? Now, try not to get too granular with niche selection. You want to be specific, but also you want to aim for broader top-level niches. Because if you target, let's say, for example, plumbing, it's really not that passionate niche and there won't be much to talk about in your content marketing. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that plumbing is a bad niche, but if you're just starting out, try to find some passionate niches, because content marketing will really help you out with launching your product. However, if you target, for example, home fitness for men, then it's broad enough because there are so many subjects to cover in your content marketing. Yet, it's more specific than just targeting the whole fitness niche. So a nice way to brainstorm niche ideas is to go to Amazon bestseller rank and then on the left side, browse through these top-level categories. Now also, you can click and then go down one level deeper to get more specific niches. Okay, so that was the brainstorming part of the lecture. Now, this is what I do to quickly evaluate whether a niche is good to enter on a strategic level. So first, I want to see whether money is being spent in a niche I want to enter. So the best way to quickly analyze is to think of a product that is the most popular in a niche you want to enter, and then head over to Google Keyword Planner. I have included the link to this tool in the resource tab of this lecture. Next, you want to look at 2 elements. You want to see what is the average monthly search volume, and also you want to see the average cost per click. So for example, I have entered a jump rope, and as you can see, this particular keyword has over 18,000 searches per month on Google. Now this is a great sign that there is enough demand for this product. Also, as you can see, other variations of this product have some decent demand also. Now I want you to think differently, because this is only a product-specific keyword. But what about all those people who are also doing physical exercise, but not yet using a jump rope, for example? Because there are so many people who type, for example, how to lose weight from home. Now those are informational keywords. These phrases, such as how to lose weight from home, are closely related to our product. Which basically means that if we create educational content around home exercise, we can easily sell them our product, in our case, jump rope. Because you need to know that each person is at a different buying cycle stage. Those who type product-specific keywords already know what they want. But there are so many people who are at the beginning stage and type, for example, how to lose weight questions or exercise-related keywords. Now this is where you can provide them with content, set yourself as an authority in your niche, and then funnel them down to your product listing page. Next element you want to analyze is the average cost per click for most popular product-related keywords. In our case, it's above $1, which is a great sign. Anything that is above $1 is great and means that there is enough commercial intent for a keyword. Basically, this metric shows you whether other companies are competing for advertising space for this specific keyword. The more companies compete, the higher the average cost per click. The higher the average cost per click, the more money is being spent in that niche. And of course, the more money is spent by customers, it can either mean that it's a highly motivated and passionate niche, or that it has huge recurring demand. Next, you want to analyze whether a niche has a positive trend growth. So head over to Google Trends, and then in the top search box, type product or niche related keyword. In our example, as you can see, Jump Rope has a stable yearly trend with some minor seasonal trends that happen each year. However, if we take a look at the more broader picture of this fitness niche, you can see that, for example, home exercise, which is area of the niche that is closely related to Jump Rope, has a strong growing trend. Of course, growing trend is the best possible scenario for a niche that you want to enter, especially if a trend has just started. Now try to avoid niches that have negative trend and decreasing demand. So as you can see, I don't want to teach you just to search the bestseller rank on Amazon and to pick some random niche and a product. I want you to truly understand the bigger picture of building a brand. I want you to establish a true connection with your potential customers and to use Amazon only as a brand launching platform. Because as soon as you launch a profitable product on Amazon, I want you to have the right foundation to expand your brand wherever you want. So that's it. Start brainstorming now and let me know if you have any questions in the discussion tab of this lecture.